Okay, today I'm going to show you how I personally shoot a slingshot. I had a couple requests from people explaining how I do it, and most people watch my videos for my archery, not so much my slingshot skills, but I'll explain it regardless because it's a lot of fun if you can get good at it. When I was a kid, I shot a lot of wrist rockets. I'm pretty accurate with a wrist rocket, but nothing like these flat bands. Once these flat bands were introduced, I was able to get really specific with my aiming technique, and I got pretty good with a slingshot. So I'm going to tell you right now, I aim with a slingshot. When I shoot traditional archery, it's instinctive, and I'm not really aiming anything specifically. I'm sure my brain is lining stuff up, but with an with a slingshot, I actually aim. I'm using this part of the slingshot as my aiming tool. So what you'll want to think of is think of it as a rifle, and the pouch is your rear sight of the rifle, and that corner up there is the front sight of your rifle. So when you're pulling back, if you can line up these bands so that they're flat, let me show you. So that they're flat like that in your eye, and then you're lining up this part of the corner of the slingshot with whatever you're aiming at. So say we were trying to hit that black dot on that piece of cardboard. What you'd want to do is line up your bands like so, and then put the tip of that slingshot on that dot, and then let go. And that's how we're going to determine how we're aiming. When you're first starting off, I would pick a spot on your face, come back, and use that spot every time. When you're first learning, the most important thing would be consistency. So I'm going to line up this part of the slingshot. By the way, this is called gangster style, when you hold the slingshot this way as opposed to this way. I'm not very accurate shooting it this way. So when I'm shooting, I'm lining up those bands like that, and I'm aiming off the top of this part. So again, when you're first starting out, or if you get really good at it, just stick with one spot on your face and go from there. I personally use a butterfly technique, which means that I'm pulling back beyond my face. Stay away from it in the beginning. If you get real good right off the bat, go ahead and try it. It's a lot of fun. But what I do is I come back to about here. Some people go all the way back there. It's called full butterfly. I'm not comfortable with that. So I'm probably doing about 3/4 butterfly. So I'm coming back to about there, and then you just want to build up consistency. So now what I'm talking about when I'm aiming is I'm going to use the technique that I showed you. I'm going to put this corner right on that black dot, come to full draw, and then let go, and let's see where that hole ends up being. And then I'm going to adjust the slingshot down the road according to where that hits. So I'm going to line up everything, the corner, and so for me personally, it's off to the right. I'm going to do a second one, just so I'm pretty sure that that's where my shots are going to end up. And so for me, I've been doing this for years, I'm pretty consistent. So I'm going to do a third one, just to make sure. And that went in the same hole as the first one. So what you want to do from here is now I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to drift it away from my target about an inch or two, because you can see I'm hitting high and right. I I was aiming for here, but I'm hitting high and right. So if you have all your shots hitting here, you're going to want to aim high and left. If all your shots are hitting here, you're going to want to aim right and low. So I call that Kentucky windage. I don't know what else you want to call it, but you have to adjust for it down the pike. So now that I've figured out where I'm shooting today, let's go back and pop those balloons. Okay, so now these will be about 12-yard shots. So you want to find the center of your pouch, put the ball in the center of the pouch, figure out your release. Like I said, at first just line up with a part of your face maybe, and then once you get better, just make sure that when you're letting go, you're pulling straight back. If you're pulling this way, you're going to mess things up this way. So again, it's straight back when you're going to let go. I'm going to get down on my knees so you can see this, and we'll take out some of these balloons. So again, I already established that I need to put this corner just a tad high and right. But once you get accurate with these flat bands, you can get really accurate. As I miss. Live and learn, right? And we'll get that last one. If y'all have any questions, hit me up. Y'all have a good day.